Silly. What? Ha ha ha. Silly. What? Ha ha ha. Silly. What? Ha ha ha. Silly. What?
Okay.
Ha ha ha. Silly.
That's dancing. Like, is it working? Can you see it?
I can see my vocal happening.
Should we just start?
And it's there.
Should we start in song?
Yeah.
I don't know what. Is there a song that like reflects? Are we recording?
Yeah.
Is there a song that reflects this episode that we could just bust out into song, lyrics, feelings? I don't know. We're going to be talking about
Childhood, quitting, learning how to be a quitter, when it's okay to quit.
yeah. And where would we have been if, what if?
Yeah. Whatever. What if I sang like that for real?
I know. That would be amazing.
Back in the like 90s and stuff, there was a Broadway thing where people like there was this trend with female voices. And I remember listening to an Eponine where I was like, what the fuck is going on? Because I can't sing like that. It was like, it was like,
Well, don't you
so
remember?
crazy.
Everything was different in 90s and 80s. It was very like nasally or like
Yeah.
it was all in the back.
It was like up in your palate.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what's funny is when you watch videos of people from like the 70s and 80s and stuff, don't they all look dirty? Like, why does everybody look dirty? Do you think that's the camera?
And
Like, you know, when
yeah.
you shoot movies,
Yeah.
England is blue, Mexico
Yeah.
is yellow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? New
Yeah.
York is like lights
Grainy.
and green and grainy.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that's why. Like, if you're shooting in New York or you're shooting a film in New York, it just people look so fucking dirty.
Well, I think too, just the city is like it's a
Yeah, but even, like,
concrete
pictures
jungle.
of my parents in like
Oh yeah.
Parma.
I know, because everything was brown.
Everything was
Maybe
brown.
that's why. Like where they had like a velvet couch that was brown and
Yeah.
had trees on it. Like the pattern
Yeah.
was different
Yeah.
colors of brown tree. It was fall
Do you think
in
our
my house
childhood was,
always.
like sadness?
Well, I think we had the, really high pile carpet.
Oh
Am I
my
too
God,
hot?
Yeah. No.
Do you know what I mean? So it
Yeah.
collected all of the dust.
Yeah.
Not to mention, what is everything okay? Is everything all
I
right?
don't know why I can't.
Look, we're having anxiety about our tech.
Yeah, because we suck at that.
Ah.
And my electricity in my body is like. All right, let me just turn you up a little.
And we're drinking sangria. I don't know what that means, but anything could go wrong, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Anything. Hello.
Is
Maybe
it,
it's my mic.
is it
I'm in-
Waken?
It's working. I mean, it's working. It's reading us.
Are you reading us?
Are you reading?
Are you hearing what we have to say?
Yeah, I think it's fine. I can hear. I can hear us.
I can hear! That was hot.
And you know what? If you can't, fuck it.
You know what? We're just going to die.
Over it.
I'm just gonna
Not over this.
Die.
That's the thing is, we're not over this.
No,
we're
we're over the
like-
technology. So we're getting a producer,
It's so hard.
and we're done messing around. Sick of it.
Yeah, we're not going to take our own advice from episode 8.
We're going to take it anymore.
We're going to give advice and not take it.
I don't know why my jaw unhinged like a hungry snake.
Yeah.
It was like,
Because
You know how they, like-
whole dick in your face.
I know. Well, I feel like I have, I mean, it just.
right. It's fine.
All I need is a cigarette.
So now,
I don't smoke cigarettes.
I know, isn't that funny though? There used to be people who would do like an impression of people in Vegas and be like, "Give me another."
I know. Totally marred shot. Ah!
Yeah, that was mean. That's ladies mean. My
Yeah.
lady was nice.
Yeah.
She was like,
No,
she just had a rough life.
mine might shiv you.
Yeah. Oh my God,
That's
that
the way
was
it sounds like.
Is that what a shiv sounds like? All right. Well, I think that's what
I think if you're listening to this and not watching, we could really go into like that radio. We could do the sound effects. We could tell a story with the sounds of our mouth. Wouldn't that be fun?
That's literal. You could, Brooke, tell a story with the sounds from your mouth. Literally.
By making sounds. Like
Yeah.
you tear a piece of paper.
Oh, like old radio shows.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Was I not clear?
No, yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Let's
I
start.
know what I'm talking about.
All right, now I have to turn you down.
I just got real close. I'll just I'll do my son's technique. Like,
yeah.
I'll make sure
That's
I'm
what
this
they say
far
in the
away.
YouTube videos. We're good
Is
at
it?
this. It's fine. Yeah, actually. You have to be
It's this.
6.
See, I always wanted to do this.
What does that do?
Well, it's like the eat your boogers thing.
It's not
Like when you were a little kid, or you would do this. You would take your nose and close it, or you'd pull your lip out and then you'd go like this.
No one did that. That is not a thing. No one did that.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
in Indiana they did.
In Indiana, they did a lot of shit.
We sure did.
And they had Southern accents for no apparent reason.
No, there are Southern accents. I actually worked very hard to get this dialect.
Yeah.
In college, I didn't know I had an accent until I went to college, and they were like, "Yeah, you're saying getting, and there's a G at the end,
And
there's
library.
an ing, library, and jewelry, and
My grandma used to say wash.
yeah, war. She put R's in there.
Yeah.
Oral. I said oil, by the way.
Oh, I didn't
Oral.
know. I didn't know that. Oil.
Oh my God, who was it that sent the Midwestern? See the dude, the TikTok trend. Didn't I send it to
Yeah,
you?
yeah,
Someone
yeah,
sent it
yeah.
to me, so I didn't even realize that we did this.
Yeah.
Until I saw that video.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God,
Tell
we
me
do
what you
do
did.
that. So that was a video about a guy, and he's like, he had a mullet too. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
And a really 80s mustache, thick, with like crumbs in it. And he was like, trying to explain, I think the title was trying to explain
Oh, shit, Charlie's calling me.
the Midwest. Oop,
I'm so sorry.
take it.
Hello? Yeah? Sorry.
Is Grace practice at 6 or 7? Is it at Santa Clarita Park?
6, yes, at Santa Clarita Park.
6 at Santa Clarita.
6 is 4 to 5 is CC, 6 to 7 is Gray. Both at Santa Clarita Park.
Okay, thank you.
All right, bye. Beard. Tell me about Beard Guy.
Oh no, he had a really thick 80s mustache
Yeah.
and a mullet. So it's because
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
all
yeah.
back in style now, because he's like a millennial and is not traumatized by that. We lived through that. We lived through mullets and
Yeah.
thick mustaches, and we
Soccer
are
haircuts.
traumatized
Yeah.
by it. Well, he wasn't, and I think it's kind of cool. Anyway, he was like, it said teaching somebody the Midwestern oop,
Yeah.
and he was trying to explain it. He's like, no, it's just a little oop. It's just oh.
When do you do
excuse
it?
me.
Oh, I do that. I do that.
Excuse me. Yeah, he's like, it's almost like an inhale. It's not even quite. It's just a little. Oh, yeah. That's
Oh
a
my
Midwest.
God.
I know. That's
Isn't
really
that
funny
funny?
though. Now I'm super aware of it. when I
Now
do
I'm
it.
going to be aware of it. Now I'm going
Mhm.
to do it on purpose.
I know.
Speaking of the internet, today's episode is something about that was sent to us on the internet about
Millennial. What a millennial thinks of the Gen X.
yeah, and we're going to get into it. So that's for Kai. We have an editor now. I hope.
No, I think he's going to be really good. I think he's going
I
to be a
am
really
excited.
Good job.
I like my heart just is like, really?
Yeah. Let him try. We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I don't mind learning. I don't like failing.
I know.
So
But it forced us to
Super.
find it forced us to find, now you have an inside idea about
Yeah.
where you want to place things.
yeah, that's
how,
true.
Yeah. You were able to have this conversation with him about the audio and the MP3 file versus MP4, and like how you could separate out the audio,
Yeah.
but you're not doing it for this one. You could have this come before you'd
That's
be like,
true.
do it.
just
no.
do it.
All right, so I'm gonna read what my sister.
I wonder if you can hear that.
Oh wait, she already posted something. Sherry Truman. Oh, today's Jake's birthday.
Oh, your nephew.
Yeah, you won't hear
How
this.
old is
Jake.
he?
19.
Wow.
He just graduated. I think so. Well, let me read her post. 19. Yeah.
19.
See, I know it. I'm a good aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Not a good anything. Okay.
So
All right.
he's 2
So
years
here's what
older
we're
than
gonna do
Kai.
today. Last episode we talked about our goals, how to make sure we're going after our goals, 10,000 steps, one thing at a time. You know, don't get frustrated with yourself, have patience, be open, and
breaking
ask.
stereotypes.
Breaking stereotypes. It's never too late.
Be bold, take risks,
Yeah.
not give a fuck.
Not give a fuck. Fuck that noise. Today we're going to talk about failure. No, today we're going to talk about where this starts with this text. Okay, here's what it says. Somebody posted, I saw this on a millennial's post. I don't mess around with anyone over 42. They're built different. Their families had them formally trained in something by the time they were 2. They had keys to the house by age 5, could cook full meals at 7, and were pretty much self-sufficient at 9. They left their house at dawn every summer morning and didn't come back until nightfall, and survived all day on water from garden hoses. They might get a sandwich on the off chance somebody's parents had went shopping. Yeah, that's no shit. They spent 3/4 of their lives by themselves with a parent, maybe checking in on them twice a month. Facts.
That's true.
Most of them have evaded at least one kidnapping.
Those are facts.
Yes. And they know 15 different ways to remove bloodstains from clothing. They, the real fuck around and find out people. That is so true.
Fuck around and find out, people.
Gen Xers,
we're a different species.
yeah. So this is why this brought up this topic for me today, at least, was we were raised a certain way.
Mhm.
Barely by being raised, right? Like,
Yeah.
we have so many stories from being kids and things that, like, I have a photo of me when I'm in a crib and I have bumpers all the way around I'm little, like raising my head, bumpers all the way around the crib, blankets, stuffies,
Yeah.
and a clothesline
Yeah.
going across the top of my crib with toys hanging down
Yeah.
in my face.
Ready to die. You're right.
How the fuck did we survive?
Yeah.
But this is the thing. We were built with survival skills.
Yeah.
And we were also taught that you stick with everything, you follow through, you never give up, you never quit anything.
Yeah.
And so that's stupid advice.
Yeah, because some people were like, "I'm no quitter,"
Right.
and
they
they
stayed
were
in
well,
bad
they were.
things.
Yeah, they were. I was gonna make a joke about like drinking or
I ain't no quitter.
I ain't no quitter, ain't going to AA. Why? No, there are very.
You should go to AA.
There are people who are not
can be a quitter.
Southern who need to go to AA. I shouldn't
There's gotta be.
stereotype.
I've never met one. This is going to be our rude episode. Okay, so we were raised to not quit, but one of the things that we were taught also earlier, and this is where my conflict is we were taught to stick with things until it hurt and your fingers bled, right?
Yeah.
But the other thing is that how many opportunities did we miss out on because our parents didn't know where to push us? Like, that's what I struggle with my kids.
Yeah, and I think that we did fail a lot as kids because we had to, because we didn't have someone there going, well, did you talk to your teacher? Well, did you send him the email?
Right.
Did you let me reread your paper and find out if you did this right?
Right.
You know, like you didn't even really have a lot of home. You just wrote shit. You wrote the papers on your own.
Yeah.
If you didn't talk to your teacher and your report card came and your parents were like, well, you're grounded.
Yeah.
Not how did you get to this point with your grades? And so I guess my whole thorough line here is that maybe as we've gotten older now, we are worried about failing. Maybe we're concerned about failing. We don't want to do that. And we've tried, and also we just do it ourselves, right?
That's it. That's exactly right.
Because we've had to.
Yeah.
And then what would have been like, though, if our parents had been there?
How far could I have gotten in my career if I would have had that follow through in a way? I could have moved in with my aunt in Cincinnati and gone to the theater school. I could have, my dad worked for the freaking TV station.
Yeah.
Like, why was I not? I could have been on Romper Room or Barnaby, which really I should not have been on Barnaby because he ended up being a really bad guy. But what do you feel like as a kid could have been different for you that would have given you trajectory. Is that a word?
Yeah. Yeah.
Trajectory. You have to go
Trajectory.
like that.
Yeah. You have to in motion.
Trajectory.
So yeah, I think that there were a lot of times that I wish I would have been pushed. I wish that I would have been made to learn a musical instrument. I mean, I played the guitar, I played the bass, but that was me wanting to do that.
Yeah.
And when
Yeah.
I wasn't into it
You
anymore,
put it down.
and I was never asked like, why
Yeah.
aren't you wanting to do that anymore? My parents, I went to theater school. I was like, I'm going to be an actress. My parents 100% supported me. That's what you want to do? Do it. It's great. You are talented. Go do it.
Right.
And, and that's great, right?
Right. The support, but do it yourself. There was a lot
Yeah.
of times Stephanie Regovich was the one who took me to my very, very first audition for Wizard of
Yeah.
Oz. I sat in her bedroom and learned that's the Wizard of Oz song.
Yeah.
If ever always there was, the Wizard of Oz is one because of the wonderful things he does. I learned that, and that's what I had to sing at the audition in her house, and then her mom took us.
I was just thinking this. I took a dance. It was called a Broadway intro dance class.
Yeah.
At this like dance company in Carmel.
Yeah.
On my own. I was 16. I drove myself there. I probably paid for it myself.
Yeah.
And it was like a intro class to knowing the choreography, like basic choreography. If you went into a Broadway, not a Broadway, but if you went into a musical audition,
here's
that
how
you just need to know the steps.
Mm-hmm.
And if they call them out, you already know what they are.
Right.
So because I had some dance experience anyway, it was great. But I searched that out.
Right.
Not to say my mom
I was
freaking amazing.
Yeah. My mom, she was
super
very
supportive.
she was Girl Scout leader. She
was,
she was my sister's Girl Scout leader. I think she was my girl. She sold Avon, and I would like walk with her. Like, I learned how to like sell at people's doors or whatever. Like there was a lot of things. She was very involved, but it was the things that were like family things, camping.
Yeah.
Oh my God. We used to go camping, which I don't know if Jennifer and Navy are listening to this, but I hope they are. We used to go camping when we were younger, and every fucking time it poured. We have photos. We would go camping multiple times in the summer. This was our family of family. Like this was the people that we were, our two families were the commune, right? And genuinely rained and poured every single time. I remember my sister.
Would you pick another time to
You're
go?
in Ohio though, and this is before the internet, so you trusted your weatherman, who's a fuck all.
Oh, you didn't go like the same time every year?
No, we would go multiple times in the summer.
Got
And so
it.
we would pick the weekend and we would all go and be like, it's raining. I remember one time my sister was roller skating and she went down this hill and there was gravel and she slid
Of course.
and all the gravel was stuck in her leg and my mom put tape on it. She forgot to put the pad on it and she just wrapped my sister's hairy 12-year-old legs in tape.
Like medical tape?
Yeah. Like, you know how you're supposed to put the pad on underneath? She did.
Like the gauze, the white
You're
gauze?
supposed to put the gauze underneath, yeah. Anyway.
See, this is what we're talking about.
Welcome to our childhood.
I know.
Okay, so here's the thing. We were taught to go get it yourself, fight for it, never quit, da-da-da-da. And then now we're older, and there are situations that I feel like it's okay to quit, whether it be drinking, a relationship, people in your life. I feel like COVID taught us that we don't need to say yes to everything.
Yeah.
We don't need to have toxic people around us. We can now choose. And there's a lot of guilt with that, with like saying, kind of cutting people out of your life.
Yeah.
And so how do you reconcile that, like quitting? I think it's okay. I feel like.
I think it's fine. I think you have to.
Yeah.
And again, that's the.
But what about quitting things?
Quitting things.
But you're obligated to.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
I know.
Because quitting things depends on what those things are. Like if it's productive things, or but it's not into leading to the product you want. Right?
Right.
So I think that kind of determines a lot of things.
Hi.
Oh yeah. Hold on a second. I totally forgot. Oh my God. Please hold.
She's so cute.
Oh my God.
A dress. Oh God. No, that's okay.
Moms are too.